am wrong for, and then I do the whole crying thing as a manipulation tactic to get you to back the fuck off.
Yeah. But that's back then when I didn't know what the fuck manipulation was. Mm-hmm. I was dumbfounded to all that shit. And it's like, damn, like, how you gonna call? All right, I'll say this. I had a motherfucker call me, like, we was going through some shit, and this motherfucker called me and said, oh, yeah, everybody meeting up. Okay. Well, they got their family and their kids over there. You the only one out here with your family. Motherfucker, my motherfucker son right here. What the fuck are you talking about? And she was like, you don't have your whole family. How the fuck you didn't get those 2 kids? What the fuck wrong with you? And she hung up, and it's like, damn, okay. But I get what she was trying to do. I was still pissed off, but if I wasn't pissed off, that shit would have fucking worked on me.
But I'm gonna tell you, right? And this is men that how can I say this? Because all men are not going to be blessed to date or be in a relationship or land in a marriage with a woman that is emotionally mature or self-aware, right? And so you end up having to develop certain ways about your behavior or tools to deal with this woman that have to do with holding her accountable without being too harsh or aggressive or meeting her with attitude. This is when you see the women start calling niggas sassy because as I go up, he goes up, or I can tell I pull a certain thing out of them. And so this is why, men, especially boys, especially in our community, men and boys have to really learn that space of, I decide how I behave. I decide what energy I give off. It doesn't really have anything to do with rather it's the woman or my kids or some other important person in my life. I'm going to decide ahead of time how I'm going to move in these type of situations. And you really do, as a man, have to reflect on certain hypotheticals, because when it lands, you have to be able to go into your mind and pull out here is what we do now. Otherwise, a woman will have you all over the place. Your kids will have you all over the place. Family members that you care about will have you in a fucked up space. And I know y'all as men, not just Frank, but I know a lot of y'all as men understand what I'm explaining.
No, we understand. It's just hard. Yeah, it's a hard thing to navigate, because you asking us to put on a million faces for like 1,000 different circumstances. The emotions high, the emotions low, the emotions medium. And then you got to deal with life. You got to deal with work. It's like how some women say, "Oh, I'm a boss babe" or whatever. They got a alpha type personality, but they can be feminine at the same time and turn it off when they go home to their man. You just can't turn that off.
But what I'm right, and so you're right. That's a different subject where women, especially career women, are having to learn how to code switch, so to speak, or navigate that. I'm saying this. What I'm describing is at the root of being a man, meaning you don't get to behave and get away with a lot of the shit that women get away with. You don't. Right. And so when you are raised by men and taught the foundation on how to be a man, this is a part of discipline, knowing that there will be certain situations that regardless of how everybody else may be behaving, I have to come in and come out a certain way. Even if my feelings want me to do something different, even if the woman is telling me to behave different. The reason why I'm saying this is because, for men, as I go through these different type of mistakes, the consequences or the outcome or the hit on your reputation is different. I talk to a lot of men, and I can tell that the women or the woman that they're dealing with is not up to speed or aware of this. But I talk to a lot of men where I'm talking them down from a crash out moment, that it would be justifiable if we just talking about what happened and what to do to really teach somebody a lesson or show them that you a grown man and they can't try you. But then there are the situations where, when I'm speaking to men and it's situations where we're reflecting on something that's going on in their life, they know I can't behave like that. Even though my wife want me to do this, or, my lady's saying, I can't do that. I can't do it, because if I do that and this man respond like this is when I said you have to damn near play out certain hypotheticals before they happen, or you'll crash the fuck out.
Like I said, the biggest thing that you definitely taught me, that helped me, you ain't never told me this shit, but I kind of I analyze everything that we talk about, even in the book club, the Zooms, and even on your lives and stuff. I replay different shit. And my biggest asset is my calmness for me. Nobody else. Just calming down to where I can see what the fuck is going on and where I'm at, who's listening, who's what. Like, my sense of awareness is crazy. And I really didn't know those things played a big fucking part in my life.
And all of that's tested when you start mixing in children and women. That's why a lot of men will just live the bachelor or the player lifestyle, and they will engage and then retreat, engage and then retreat, because there's a different type of responsibility. Like, look what Misha said. She said, my husband called me out on that, being too emotional. And even when things were going wrong, I don't speak on it. It puts him up against the wall, like he did something, right? Or like, y'all can read it for yourself. But a lot of men realize once they get in a relationship or a marriage, or they start co-parenting, that shit will go on, and it will damn near make me feel like my back is against the wall. Meaning, it will give me the energy or the perception, but I have to be able to view this shit different based on discipline and based on really thinking about the outcome, right? Where it's going to land me, what is it going to do for the family unit overall, and make different choices. Because some women, you can love them to death, the sex could be good, things could be going a certain way, and you don't realize that if I respond the way her emotions makes it seem like I should, I'm going to fuck up. I'm going to crash out.
Hell fucking yeah. Man, I had this, look, I'm at work. I think I told you this before. I'm at work. I'm fucking 100 miles away. And this motherfucker calling me, telling me about some dude fucking with her. What the fuck you want me to do? I ain't say this. I was thinking that. But I'm like, what the fuck you want me to do in my mind? But, I was like, you know what? I try to stay calm. This was before you. This was before book club, Zooms, everything. And I'm like, if you feel like he finna do you something, or you think he gonna do you something, just call the police. And that motherfucker popped her mouth, and she was like, what that's supposed to do? What you expecting me